The last 8 months of my life have felt pretty similar. I've been doing the same kind of thing, like uni, driving, gym, eating, making the days and months stick together in my mind. There's not a lot of difference to separate them. But now that I've finished uni for the summer, it's time to change that. Without doing different things and making memories, time seems quicker because there's less to look back on, and I don't want that. But on that thought, it's made me reflect on the past, giving me a lot of nostalgia. And that's why I've taken you here. I have a lot of memories travelling over the bridge from England to Wales to see my family. Good times, man. Good times. I'd describe nostalgia as being reminded of a memory and feeling happy. Maybe you listen to a song or you go to a place you've been before and you find a memory. You remember how you felt at the time, but then you get hit with a wave of sadness as you realise you'll never be there again. I mean, you can go to the same place or listen to the same music, but it won't be the same. People move on, places change, and we evolve and become different people. And hopefully for the better, but we can't go back to the way it was. Video games bring me a lot of nostalgia, like of playing LEGO Star Wars when I was 8 on my DS, to playing Little Big Planet at 13, and then to being 15 and playing my favourite game of all time, Destiny. Just listen to that music, man. I have so many good memories of that game, like playing Trials of Osiris with friends, or the Vault of Glass, or the Gjallarhorn, and the feeling of getting an exotic weapon and it being thrown onto the screen with all of those yellow ripple things. The dopamine. It was all just exciting. And now I don't play video games anymore. At this point I kind of value different things, like I want to level up in real life instead. But secondly, they're just nowhere near as fun as I used to find them. Maybe because then I was young and they were new and exciting, much like a lot of things to be honest. But also I think I overestimated how fun they actually were. Like there were still times I'd be bored of them, but I only remember the best parts. Sometimes memories can seem better than they were in experience. The highs can be inflated and the lows forgotten. Even though we lived through it, our perception of the past can become a blurred reality. Maybe overestimated because now it's unobtainable, but in comparison, how can our present and future compare? I'm only 21 now and I'm often thinking about memories and feeling nostalgia. Time is always carrying the past further away. Last October I journaled about this, like I wondered how I'd deal with it when I'm 30 years older, with hundreds of new memories and with my current ones drifting even further away. Looking into the future, I've thought about how obviously we're living one life, a linear timeline, and we're somewhere between being born and leaving the planet. And when I put it like that, it can almost feel like the future is planned, like everything is just meant to happen. But that kind of thinking justifies doing anything. Like if you stopped making decisions and did nothing, which is a decision in itself, then nothing will improve. Is that what was planned for you? Well, no, I don't think anything is planned. The future isn't certain and therefore nothing is. I prefer the perspective of how my life hasn't been decided. When I turn each page forward, it's empty and I get to write what happens at every moment. Of course, scenarios will occur that are out of our control, like COVID or someone denting your car or literally anything unpredictable. But ultimately, I think how you react and take action, whether it be in autopilot or intentionally, will decide your future. And I think by working towards what means something to you, the chances of the future becoming better increases. Although it's scary, isn't the unknown of the future and the endlessness of uncertainty exciting? How this time next year you could literally be anywhere based on your actions. I mean, yeah, good or bad. But maybe it's more exciting than just wishing you could live through the certainty of the past and memories over again. Like, I can't be 11 on Christmas Eve ever again, or playing Little Big Planet for the first time as a kid. But I can be me right now, in the summer at 21 years old. It's always good to reflect, I hope nostalgia turns purely to gratitude for the memories I have and contentment for how I spent my time. But also to be excited for the future, knowing that one day I could be reminiscing on today.
Also, if you can actually...
Like, at this moment in time for me, we have ducks. They've learned how to jump out of their house as well, and they're literally like a week old. Now they kind of run around following each other, eating, drinking and making a mess. But I think one day I'll reminisce on the time that we looked after ducks.